Coach Mike Zimmer is with us. Mike, it's been a while since I've seen your smiling face. We're happy to have you here on TV right now. Where you been? What have you been up to?
Well, I've got about 270 acres in Kentucky, so that keeps me a little bit busy. But I built a little office building that I go over there and I watch tape and study analytics and all the different things that you kind of do. So just stay on top of the game.
Well, tell me about that. Okay, so you built an office space out there. What are you doing to stay kind of fresh and up to speed on everything going on around the league right now?
Well, I get a lot of the game tapes. I go through a lot of the third and fourth down situations, a lot of the red zone, all the little game management things that you try to do. And then, the other things you do, Tom, is you kind of look at, what you've done good over the last 8 years, what you could have done better, what, things that you would have changed or done differently over the course of the time. I think a lot of times, people that just want to be a head coach and, when you first get the job, you really don't know how to do it. It's one of those things where it's on the job training and, hopefully over the years, over the 8 years that I've learned, some of the nuances of the job.
Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? Happy Friday. Y'all still feeling good? Y'all feeling good after that Zimmer hire? I know you just watched that first clip. Look, before I get into how I feel about that clip and what's going on with the Cowboys, please hit the sub button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, share, etc. I appreciate all the love y'all been giving me. I never want to bypass that. I always want to say thank you, and I appreciate y'all. But if you want to join the team, it's that simple. Just hit the sub button. You are now part of the cartel. Listen, Cowboys fan talk cartel, just in case there's any confusion. Mike Zimmer, man. Mike Zimmer. I know a lot of y'all are skeptical. You wanted other candidates. And a lot of people have been frustrated with the Mike Zimmer hire saying, I'm not mad at Mike Zimmer. I'm more so mad at the process of how we ended up on Mike Zimmer or the fact that we didn't go after somebody early since we knew Dan Quinn was going to leave. And look, man, we can all cry over spilled milk or talk about hypotheticals. The situation was Dan Quinn held us up. We let him hold us up. We had to pick from who was left, and who was left is a pretty good candidate, Mike Zimmer. Now, when you hear him talk, I know the first thing you say is, yo, that sounds like Mike McCarthy did when we hired him. And I get it. I get it. And when Mike was hired, a lot of y'all had jokes. And it was like, I don't believe Mike. I don't believe him. And I get that. I get it. Because Mike was saying I was studying in my basement or in my shed. And, I had people over and we were going over plays and everything like that. And I watched every Cowboys play. And maybe that was a lie. But everything else was kind of like, I don't know. And then Mike McCarthy got a chance to prove himself this year. Because Kellen Moore was gone. And it was Kellen's offense. So Mike got to install his stuff. And it looked sussy in the beginning of the year. And then Dak Prescott run an all-pro and led the league in touchdowns. And CeeDee Lamb became a first-team all-pro. And ain't no more jokes. Not only is there no more jokes, I think that mere fact is why he's still here, because the Cowboys and Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones do not want to turn over their offense. They're like, the offense was clicking. Now, I know you say, well, it ain't clicking in the playoffs. I got something for that. Trust me, I got something for that coming up in the next couple of days, because I noticed something about that game that just blew my mind. I promise y'all I'll get to it. That deserves a whole video. We're going to break down why the Cowboys had a chance to win that game, and y'all got to stop blaming it on the quarterback. But listen, Mike McCarthy showed that he can coach this offense and coach it well. Number one offense in the league. Dak Prescott, I told you his accolades. You don't just throw that in the trash and start over. I get it. So then you go, well, we need a defensive coordinator. Enter Mike Zimmer. Diametrically opposed to what we've been doing. Not a player's coach in the vein of, I'm your best friend and I love you and I got a backwards hat on and I wear J's. It's your best friend as far as let me teach you to get. You know what? I'm gonna let Mike explain it to you even further.
Want back in? You want to be a coach again? What if anything would motivate you to do that right now? Why do you want to get back in?
Well, the biggest thing, Tom, is, I love to teach. I love to coach. when I was a head coach, I was always trying to teach the players, try to get them better, but also teach them about the game of football, not just about their position. So many guys come in and they just want to know about how does a defensive end play this particular play, but not as much about how it helps other players around them to even be better. So, I think it's just something that's in your blood. My dad was a high school coach for a long, long time. I love being around the players, and I love the challenge of trying to make an organization better and try to get them to where we need to go.
Y'all hear Mike? Mike said, you know what I want to do? I want to teach the game for real. Not just teach you about your position. I want to teach you about why your position and what you do affects the entire defense. Let's be a well-oiled machine. I need that. I'm not here to say that Dan Quinn wasn't doing that. I'm here to say that the results didn't match what Dan Quinn and them was spitting. So now it's somebody else in here. Let's see if what they're spitting matches the results. All we can do is let him go to work, implement more discipline, more accountability, and just see how this defense looks. Because right now, that word accountability is going to be getting thrown around for the rest of the summer, all through next year. The time for talking is over. The belief is over. Like, it's over. You can't just and look, y'all know me. I'm optimistic. I'm glass half full. But at the end of the day, we're going to need some type of receipt, some type of tangible value behind the words. And I think that the fact that we're going to be doubted all summer is good for us. We got to take our medicine. There will be no hype train, not from the fans. The media can try it, not from the fans. This is show me and I'll believe you season, And listen, one of my favorite players, Tank Lawrence, I did not want to talk about this. I didn't. I know y'all done heard the Tank Lawrence comments by now. Tank said that the team was tired, burnt out, and, long season, legs get tired. He gave some generic answer when asked, what happened to the Cowboys. And I get it. Listen, everybody is a armchair quarterback. I would have said it like this. When you're not the person with all the cameras in your face, you get asked a question and you just start to talk, and it might not come out perfectly. I make videos every day, and I don't do a lot of editing where I chop and punch in. See, when you do videos enough, you can see people jump in and probably do redo takes, and try to just get it just right. I'd like to just keep it funky. Sometimes I stutter. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I say a word wrong. It is what it is. When I go live, ain't no running it back. I mess up during live. I say wrong things, maybe give wrong information. It ain't on purpose. It's live. D-Law was live. He got asked a question. He couldn't say, hey, man, can you ask it again? Let's start over. And maybe you didn't like his response. I'm not here to critique that. I'm here to say that he thought about it and said, I'm going to try to give him a vanilla response. And it probably was a bad way to say it. But listen, Stephon Gilmore comes out and just breaks it down to where I don't think he's hating on D-Law. He's just letting it know, this is kind of what really happened and how we really feel. And I'm going to say this clear, just in case D-Law ever comes across this video. D-Law was just trying to give a vanilla answer. Just get up out of there and not really talk about it. We had our adjustments and they ain't work. Credit to Green Bay. But the tired thing, I think he just was kind of just like, we was tired and it didn't work out. He was trying to just say it ain't work out. But I know everybody wants to find something to hang on to, and I get it. But let's listen to Stephon.
Earlier to Tank's comments yesterday, one of the things that he said was he felt maybe you guys were a little tired, a little fatigued going into that Packers game. Right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're saying that.
Everybody tired in the playoffs.
Shit, when the playoffs going, man,
whatever it takes. You got San Francisco tired right now, and Kansas City.
It's a long year, but it's a lot sweeter when you're hosting that.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't know what that was about.
You guys have gone through the Super Bowl experience as players, though. How is that leading up to the game? I mean,
Everyone's tired. I'm with Stephon. I'm with Brandon Cooks, if you can hear him. Everyone's tired. And I know everybody ain't like D-Law's answer, but I'm not going to murder D-Law. I'm riding with D-Law. People make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I say things I want to take back. And I had no problem with apologizing and making corrections going forward. A lot of y'all, that's y'all problem. Y'all act like y'all holier than thou, like you can't make a mistake and like you can't apologize for your mistake. D-Law probably will make an apology. My fault. I ain't really mean it like that. What you gonna do? Hold him to it? Be angry? I'm not doing that. I'm tired of this temper tantrum, fall on the floor, kick my feet. I don't like the way somebody said, did, acted. Cowboys culture is corny. Grow your ass up. Unless you're an actual child, grow up. We ain't got time for all that. If we want to fix the problems with this team and we're going to fix the problems with how our fan base acts, we gotta change, man. Some of this stuff is whack. But anyway, that's just me. And I could be wrong. You can be mad at it. But that's just my opinion. Listen, I respect what Gilmore said, and I like what Zimmer's talking. But all we can do is wait and see if he implements the things that he said he's been working on before he even got a chance to get this job. I'm excited. It's your boy, Mr. Rome. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about everything. Super Bowl Sunday. Go Chiefs.